We've all had that moment, haven't we? Where you think you're speaking the same language,
Oh, yeah.
but then one word, maybe pants or rubber, just completely changes the meaning.
Totally flips the script. Yeah. It's a perfect example of how confusing, but also kind of funny British and American English can be.
Exactly. And that mix of humor and, potential mix-ups is what we're digging into today.
Right. This deep dive is all about that fascinating world, British versus American English. We're looking at how, well, the same words mean different things.
Or completely different words mean the same thing.
Obviously.
So our mission, really, is to kind of unpack these quirks, give you a shortcut to understanding, navigating, maybe even enjoying the differences.
Yeah, appreciating the different flavors of English on both sides of the Atlantic.
We want to go a bit deeper than just simple translations, right?
Yeah.
Get into the context, the sometimes hilarious cultural bits behind it all, so you feel, clued in and hopefully entertained.
And the source material we're drawing on for this is, well, it's pretty engaging, actually. It frames these differences with this sort of comedic take, almost like stand-up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it's also paired with a really practical, quick reference guide. So it's a good mix, I think. Lively but structured.
Because understanding this stuff isn't just like trivia, is it? It can genuinely save you from awkward moments.
Definitely.
Make travel smoother, maybe.
Mhm.
And even just watching films or reading books, you get more out of it.
It's more than vocabulary, it's a cultural insight, really.
Right, so let's dive in.
Okay, so it's pretty amazing how even basic words can cause a disconnect. Let's start with home, like flat versus apartment.
Yeah, simple enough, right? A place to live.
Well,
But one just sounds British, the other American.
exactly. And it's not just the word.
Now, it's the vibe, maybe. Like for Americans, sometimes flat sounds a bit temporary
Mm.
or maybe smaller.
Could be. Whereas for Brits, it's just, a normal home. Could be your forever home.
Right. It shows how language kind of mirrors how people live, maybe.
Civilly, yeah.
And then, of course, the classic pants issue. Trousers here, underwear there.
That's the ultimate lost in translation one, isn't it? So easy to get wrong.
Definitely highlights how basic words can trip you up.
Which kind of begs the question, doesn't it? Why do we have these different words for the same thing? I mean, if you think big picture.
It's about how language just grows apart.
Yeah, evolves down different paths, influenced by, social habits, history. Take loo for toilet in Britain.
Right. Versus bathroom or restroom in the U.S.
Our source mentioned loo might be a shortening, possibly playful, from Waterloo, or even Garterloo.
Gorderloo. What's that?
It was apparently a warning cry in French originally when people threw waste from windows. Charming, I know.
Wow, okay. That's quite a backstory for the loo.
It just shows how these sort of euphemisms or nicknames stick in one dialect, maybe reflecting a different cultural comfort level.
Fascinating bit of history there. Okay, so from home stuff. Let's talk food. Always a good source of confusion.
Oh, yeah. The food lexicon.
Americans say chips for those thin, crunchy things in a bag, you guys say.
Crisps. Definitely crisps.
Right. And what we call fries, you call?
We call those chips, like fish and chips, the thicker ones.
So you've had chips and crisps, we have chips and fries.
Yeah.
Got it. Why the double naming, though? Any idea?
It's just one of those fundamental splits, isn't it? Catches tourists out all the time when ordering food.
I bet. And then there's biscuit. That's a big one.
Huge difference. In America, it's that savory, sort of flaky bread thing, right?
Yeah.
Often with gravy.
Exactly. But a British biscuit is.
Much closer to what you'd call a cookie. Or maybe a cracker, depending on the type. Sweet or savory, but definitely harder, flatter.
So completely different things, really. Not just different names.
Right, which highlights the point. It's not just vocabulary, it's the actual item and how it's used culturally.
Like you wouldn't dunk an American biscuit in tea.
Definitely not. It would just fall apart. It's not built for dunking.
It really shows how deep the connection is, doesn't it? Language, culture, even just daily habits like eating.
Absolutely. And it's not just food. Getting around is another area full of these little treks.
Oh, yeah, transport.
Yeah.
Lorry, boot, bonnet, petrol,
All perfectly normal words in the UK.
but sound pretty foreign elsewhere.
It's amazing how they instantly place you, isn't it? A lorry is obviously a truck.
Right. And the boot of the car.
That's the trunk. And bonnet is the hood.
And petrol is gas. Or gasoline, technically.
Exactly. And the underground in London is the subway in New York.
It's not just random word swapping, though, is it? There must be reasons these specific words stuck in different places.
Well, yeah, they reflect slightly different, maybe cultural paths or historical moments, perhaps terms tied to early industry or just regional preferences that became dominant.
Okay, so from the streets, let's go back to school, the classroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Where misunderstandings can be, well, quite memorable.
The word rubber for an eraser. It's got to be top of the list for potential awkwardness.
Oh, absolutely. It's a prime example of how one little word can mean wildly different things depending on where you are.
And why do these differences stick around so much in places like schools?
That's a good question. Inertia, maybe?
Yeah.
Tradition. Look at maths versus math.
Right, you say maths with an S, we just say math.
Yeah, in the UK, it's plural because it's seen as covering lots of different fields, arithmetic, algebra, geometry, maths.
Whereas in America, math feels more like one single subject.
Exactly. It's a subtle thing, but it shows a slightly different way of sort of conceptualizing the subject.
Huh. So maths suggests breadth. Math suggests unity. Interesting. Okay. And then there's money and shopping. That's always fun.
Right. You say bucks.
You say quid, which is very informal, right?
Yeah, slang, basically, like bucks. And you push a cart around the supermarket.
Well, you push a trolley
Yep. And we pay at the till.
instead of the cash register or checkout. Any reason for till? Just an older word.
Seems likely, yeah. Just a long-established term that's stuck. It's often about brevity or just what's always been said.
And then there's the whole sales tax thing at the checkout in the U.S.
Yes. That definitely throws off Brits. We're used to the price on the label being, well, the final price. VAT's included.
Our source apparently calls the British way charm over chaos.
Sounds about right. It feels simpler, maybe.
I guess from the U.S. side, maybe it's seen as transparency, showing the base price, then the tax.
Could be argued that way, yeah. It's definitely a cultural difference right there in how you shop.
For sure. Okay, and finally, pronunciation. This is where it gets really subtle, but also really noticeable.
Absolutely. The sounds themselves.
Like you say car, often without a hard R sound at the end.
Mhm.
We tend to really hit that R.
Right. That's the whole rhotic versus non-rhotic thing. British English, or at least many accents, often drops or softens the R at the ends of words or before consonants.
While American English usually pronounces it pretty clearly.
Exactly. It's a major historical difference in how pronunciation shifted.
And what about herbs? You often drop the H-church, right?
Herbs. Some accents do, yes, while American English usually pronounces the H. It's just another one of those little markers.
Our source apparently jokes that, Britain might have invented English,
Uh-huh.
but America definitely pronounces the R.
Yeah, you could say that. With gusto.
Okay, so let's wrap this up a bit.
Mhm.
What does this all mean for us, for you listening? We've gone through home words like flat,
Food terms like crisps.
transport words like lorry,
School stuff like rubber and maths.
money words like quid.
And even those tiny pronunciation differences, like the R in car, the H in herbs.
It all just paints this picture of a linguistic divide, doesn't it?
It really does. And I think the main takeaway, the core insight maybe, is that even though they come from the same root.
British and American English have really become their own distinct things.
Absolutely. Rich, living versions of the language. And yeah, sometimes that causes funny mix-ups.
Or awkward ones.
True. But it really shows how dynamic language is, how it adapts and changes and takes on the flavor of the culture around it.
So in the end, we all speak English.
Yep.
Well, not exactly the same version, do we?
Not quite the same, no.
And maybe that's the thought to leave you with today. We really hope you'll start noticing these differences more now.
Yeah, actively listen for them in conversations, maybe watching TV or movies, planning a trip.
Because every word choice, however small it seems, it carries this unique bit of culture, a bit of history.
And it's kind of fun to explore that, isn't it? To keep digging into those meanings yourself.